cleanly wins the draw. Palat has room, walks in, shoots. It's blocked there by Campbell. There's a try and a stop by Luongo as he bends down with that right arm to get his blocker on it. 2013 for the Hawks over the Boston Bruins. Nemestikov, nice move to get away from Bolden. Cuts in with Kucherov. The pass across. There's a shot, a save by Luongo on the try by Schuster. Side of the goal. Kucherov is stopped. Very interesting to see the results. Here's Hedman down to Stamkos. He fires and it's blocked. Comes back to Hedman. Rockets it wide. Big Karam hit the back of the goal. Gabranson can't get rid of it. Out of the zone. It's held in. Stamkos looks. Fires. Save by Luongo.
Interesting thing, Rick. When we talked about all that action in and around Luongo, there was only one shot to get through. That's all the Lightning was credited with.
Garrison's open. Shoot. Save by Luongo.
Zone time on that first power play unit.
Victor Hedman chasing that play down the boards. He reaches back for the puck. We'll get things set up here. Stamkos for the drive. A save by Luongo. Didn't see any power play time, he said, with the Rangers last year. Earlier in his career, he posted some pretty good offensive numbers. But he certainly looked good in his chances in the preseason with this unit. Tyler Johnson across to Kucherov. Sends it on goal. A save by Luongo. Johnson's in the slot as Kucherov working along those boards. Connects with Conley. Quickly tried to center. That was spoiled by Campbell. And Kucherov with a wraparound stop by Luongo. And they tap it in after the win. No score. Lightning have a 7-1 shot advantage. Hedman. Long pass. Trying to get it to Kucherov. Deflected by Kulikov. Nemestikov has it. Couldn't center. Kucherov pulls the trigger. A save by Luongo. I'm not so sure he saw that one. Big hit thrown by Gudas once again. Just about 2 minutes to go here in the first. And the play stays in the zone. Tyler Johnson shoots. And it's deflected over the net. Devils on Tuesday night.
Exactly. Hedman was the highest scoring defenseman from January on last year. He really got fired last half of the year.
Stamkos on. Carl. Puck deflected towards Stamkos. Well covered, though, by Kopecky. Eric McKenzie with a shot from the angle. Easily handled by Bishop.
He doesn't expect that same half-a-goal game this year, but he still wants to get better defensively. He did a good job of that first 20 minutes.
He sure did. Kulikov firing in a save by Bishop. Helped make him a lot of money in a free agent contract. And happy to come back to the state of Florida, this time with the Lightning in that trade from Vancouver. Here's a shot by Ekblad on net, handled by Bishop, and the whistle blows.
Work hard to get that puck out of the zone. You know you're going to get hit every time you touch the puck.
Bishop out to play that puck for Filppula. He absorbs a hit from McKenzie. McKenzie gathers in the puck, trying to march to the net. Stopped by Bishop out in front. The puck comes back to Callahan.
Consequently, we've only had 15 shots total with two teams.
Gabranson fires and scores off a face-off win by McKenzie. Through traffic in front, and it's the Panthers who break through with the first goal.
5:03 will be the time. It might have got hit. No, I don't think it did. I think what happened is it just eluded Ben. They get him wide open as Gabranson just one times it, and you see it right there. I don't think he saw it. When
on the other side gets the pass. Killorn in the slot. Pass is deflected. Filppula has it. Big crowd getting anxious here. Filppula across the shot. They score! Tyler Johnson. A great no-look by Filppula. And Johnson connects to tie the game at 1. The first goal for the Lightning in 2014-15.
You can just see you got two guys back there, Strawman and Filppula, that can really pass the puck, and there it is, wide open. Luongo had no opportunity at it whatsoever, and they just brought everybody over there. You watch Johnson move without the puck. He moved right into that face-off.
Hustled out of there by Gudas. Big hit thrown by Scotty Upshall on Morrow. It comes up top. Here's Ekblad firing, and it's tipped away by Garrison. Campbell, the youngster Ekblad. Boys throwing it in front, deflected, and Bishop calmly dives out, covers it up. He was part of that coaching staff of the Montreal Canadiens the last 3 years. And out in front, Nemestikov fires, and he sends it wide. Upshall getting to it. Gallant previously was a head coach with Columbus. It's jammed on goal by Nemestikov, and Luongo making the stop. Bergenheim on the forecheck. He and Fleischman challenging the Lightning defense. Here's Mitchell loading up the shot. He passed it side of the goal. It's backhanded on goal by Fleischman. And Bishop there with a save. Lost his goal stick. And Bolin was skating around, moving it away from him. Bishop now gets it back. From the point, it's driven on goal. A save by Bishop on the try by Gabranson. His shot was tipped by Callahan on its way to the net. Mitchell with a drive. Save by Bishop. Mitchell gets the red line to dump it in.
I'll tell you what, the Panthers' puck retrieval has been a lot better than Lightning.
Palat onside, shoots, save Luongo.
And you see him coming through, trying to find the 5-hole and just sliding it across.
Well, this is after Panthers all over the Tampa Bay Lightning, and just a puck up the boards. Plot comes off the bench, and a nice little move.
Upshaw trying to tip that puck as it was fired by Boys, but it went wide. Penalty's over. Here's Johnson cutting in. Great move in behind the defense. Puck rolls to Luongo. It's still loose. No whistle, and now we get it. Goals have occurred here in the second. Tyler Johnson stick handles through. Palat follows up. Stamkos drives it, and he sends it off the end glass. That might have been tipped. Here's Palat. Fires off the blocker of Luongo. Many a battle against each other in the Detroit-Chicago matchups. What a rivalry that is. Hedman takes the drive. Saved by Luongo with Callahan right there. The cop. 48 points in Syracuse last year. Here's Kucherov to Nemestikov. It's in his skates. Got it to Johnson. He got it on goal. It's chipped off a Panther in behind the net. As now the Panthers back to full strength. They've built 3 of 4 short-handed situations. Yet to get the benefit of power play yet. Here's Kulikov driving one at Bishop. A save with Barkov in front. A lot for the Panthers. 16 and a half minutes to lead their ice time parade. The 37-year-old veteran. Lightning springing into action. Johnson in front. The shot stopped by Luongo. He smothers it, dropping his goal stick to do so. And we're all hoping to see Jonathan Drouin very soon, the 2013 first-rounder for the Lightning. Recovering from that fractured thumb. There's a shot by Callahan. The Lightning forecheck strong to start the third, and Luongo right there. Off his room, fakes the shot, goes now to Campbell. Kulikov, a career-high 8 goals last year. Putting time in this unit. Campbell lets it fly. It's blocked by Schuster at 6'8". Tough to get one by. A little offense when he came on board last year from Chicago. Puck fired in by Eklund. He went up and over Gudas just as Conley left the penalty box. Here's Eklund firing, and a stop there by Bishop. For room to sneak one through. Conley trying to make a play. To Hedman, walks it in, fakes, 2 men down. Filppula now. Crowd urging the Lightning to shoot the puck. Filppula does. Save. They score! Callahan put home the rebound.
We're really at the very end of this penalty, and they were getting tired. There was the one rebound. Callahan in front right there to knock it home. But good play, good patience, I guess you could say. And then there it was. Luongo not sure exactly where that puck went off his equipment as you see him looking down at his feet.
Anton Strawman now, closing seconds. Stamkos the pass, blocked by Fleischman. Hedman fires along the goal line. A stop by Luongo. Will the Panthers control the puck? Campbell with traffic in front. Side of the goal. It's tipped in front. They jam it home. Huberdeau has tied it up. As the puck deflected off a Lightning player in front off Bishop.
And then it comes across, and he just couldn't quite it. And Filppula got his stick caught inside Bishop's pads, and Huberdeau was right there to put it in the open net to tie the game with his first of the year, 9:16 the time.
We're looking for each other now, but there was the opportunity there on the 2-on-1. Nemestikov feeding it to Brown. Now it's poked on goal by Kucherov and handled by Luongo. Huberdeau positioned right in front of Ben Bishop. And that's where he scored his goal that has tied it up. Barkov also on this unit for the Panthers. Kulikov wine fires, saved by Bishop. He's an openers, back for that puck. It's Kulikov, sends it over Johnson's stick, reaches up Shaw. Boys, as a man driving the net, spins, backhands at Bishop, a stop, rebound, and Stamkos up top. Filppula looking, doesn't see what he wants. Stamkos across, Callahan fires, and it's off the stick of Luongo. Filppula with it. Stamkos wants it. Gets it. Drives it off Callahan. And it's cleared by Bolden. They do get that clear. But here's Bishop with a pass to Hedman. The race is on. Hedman shoots. Scores! Victor Hedman wins it. A power play goal in overtime.
Look at Ben Bishop getting way out there very quickly so he can get it up. And here comes Hedman. Nobody there. And what a quick shot short side. Unusual play for Luongo. He actually lined up with Hedman's body and not the puck. Gave him a lot of room on that short side. And the Lightning win the opening.